Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this video, I want to presenting to you about Japan. But before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Ridwan. I'm from this class 90, and now let's start. So, first we have table content. There is about Japan, there is Japan food, and there is Japan culture and tradition. Okay, about Japan. Japan is a country located in East Asia, beside China and Korea. Japan is consists of 4 main islands. There is Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. And there, besides the 4 main islands, there is more smaller islands. And that's why Japan is one of the country with the most islands. And Japan is known as the land of the rising sun, because suns usually rise earlier at Japan. And the capital city is Tokyo. It's one of the world's most modern capitals if compared to other countries like Indonesia or Zimbabwe. And even Japan known for its modern, for its technology or its pop culture, modern culture. Japan still consists of its traditional culture, and we will talk about it later. But let's represent that Japan is a country that not only following the wave of the technology, but in the same time they keep their traditional culture. And next, okay, for food in Japan. First, we have ramen. Who at here doesn't know ramen? Who? Everyone everyone must have known about ramen. Ramen is a noodle soup served with meat, egg, and vegetable. But if from Japan, that is the common composition. In other regional countries like Indonesia, maybe there is someone sells ramen with bread or with black, and that's why ramen is very popular. And the taste of ramen is various. There is ramen with sour taste, and there is ramen with salty taste, and there is ramen with sweet taste. That's why ramen is one of comfort food island. And next we have tempura. Tempura is a seafood or vegetables that was deep fried in like batter. Usually the inside of the tempura is not only seafood, but it also can be meat. But if in Japan, we commonly see tempura with seafood instead. And the flavor of the tempura is crispy and usually served with dipping butter. And tempura is usually served with a cup of rice. And next we have sushi. Sushi is a food or meat that covered with rice and seasoned with vegetables or with salt. Sushi is commonly known for its various combination, like can serve with only vegetable, can serve with meat only, or you can serve with seafood. And usually, sushi is served with a dipping sauce like soy sauce or or yeah, black soy sauce. And the and sushi can be crafted with a sauce inside. Like you can add mayonnaise inside, or you can add tomato sauce or others. And sushi usually covered with how to say rumput laut. Yeah.
Oh, that's seaweed.
Yeah, usually covered with seaweed. Next. And next is for the culture and tradition in Japan. First, we have kimono. Kimono is one of Japan traditional clothing or wearing. Usually wear at festivals like New Year Festival, Firework Festival, or or at or if you want to wear it casually, you can also. But kimono is considered to use at festivals. Kimono is a unisex wearing. If a man or a woman can wear it too. That's why kimono is very popular. And next we have tea ceremony, a formal ritual of preparing tea that reflect respect, peace, and mindfulness. Usually, this ceremony is held when there is a famous people or person with high no high how to say jabatan, like yeah, high value like president or CEO or your parents. That's also. And this ceremony was held at the house with only just a cup of tea and a dining table if there is. And next we have Hanami. Hanami means seeing blossom flower. Is a festival that was uh, that's, that was that was
Who is that?
that was did when falling season. At this festival or at this tradition, the people usually go to the cherry blossom tree with their friends or their companies like their girlfriend or their wife or their husband. And at this tradition, people usually bring a food or drink, so they can eat or drink while watching the cherry blossoms. Next, we have games. So there are so many games that comes from Japan. Some of the game is a GOTY I mean, like Ghost of Tsushima or Metal Gear Solid. And game is one of the Japan biggest culture. One of Japan biggest modern culture. That's why Japan knows for its games. And next we have anime. Peoples in the world around the world usually knows what anime is. Even they don't watch or they never search about anime. They usually know about anime. And anime has become one of the biggest cultural community in around the world. And people that watch anime usually very loyal to the enemy. And last we have idol group. This this is the founding father of 48 group like GKT48, AKB48 or KLB48. How about them? Okay, maybe that's all from me. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this video, I'm gonna presenting to you about my best project so far, from 8th grade, 9th grade into from 7th grade, 8th grade into 9th grade. So let's start. So first, this is the table of content. First, we're gonna talk about my best project at 7th grade, and the next we're gonna talk my best project at 8th grade, and the next we're gonna talk about my best project at 9th grade. So first, I have catching fruit. So this is my first project in 9th grade, especially in scratch subject. So why did I choose this one? It's because yeah, this is my first project and one of my most advanced project. One of my most advanced project. And this is some key feature. First, this game have a smooth movement, which look good when you play this game. And the second, this game have colorful visual, so you won't feel bored when you play this game, or when you are need something that chilling, you can play this game. And next, the key feature is automatic scoring. So the system of this game is when the thing we control is, or the ball, the ball we control is touching the apple, the score will increase. And else, if the ball touching the bug, the score will be decreased. And why did I choose this project? It's because first, this is my first project. So I was introduced to Scratch by this project, and I was interested with the Scratch when I make this game. And next is this one is easy to understand, because basically, Scratch isn't using a programming language, but it's used a code that a code with block form. So in order to make this game, you must arrange the block correctly, so the game won't get bugged and the game can run smoothly. And the next is this project is a good project if you wanna start learning, and that's why I like this project and I chose this project as my one of the best project. And for the project advantage, this game have a simple gameplay but addictive. So you can play it. If you play it once, you're gonna wanted to play it more. And the next is smooth performance and clean design. So this game advantage is having a smooth performance and a clean design, so it won't make your eyes hurt. And the next is this game is fun and easy for all ages. Okay, on to the next. And for the next game is the Defender. This is my last game of when using Scratch. How the gameplay is you're controlling a tank and will defend your line from the enemy. And how to defend is you must shoot the enemy until the enemy is die. And the key feature is horde of enemy. So in this game, you won't fight you 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 won't fight only one enemy, but you will fight a horde of enemy. It can be 10, 15, or 50 according to the difficulty. And the next feature, this game have various difficulty, and that's why I like this game. I like this game so much. It's because this game have a various difficulty, so you won't be bored if you feel that this if the medium one is already too easy. You can try to increase the difficulty to hard. And next is health bar and boss feature added. This is the third reason. This is the third feature I added in this game. That is health bar and boss feature. So rather than fight a small enemy, in this game you're gonna fight a boss with big health bar. So you won't feel bored when if you only fight the troops. You're gonna feel bored, but if there's a boss, you're gonna feel challenged. And next is why I choose this project. This is my most advanced project in Scratch because this one use so much code and so many logic that I never learned before. And the next is this game have a great gameplay experience, and because of that I like this game so much, and I like how the process when I was making this game. And the next is this game is or this project is good for upgrading your skill. So if you think that you already feel good when coding in Scratch, you can try to make this game. And if you feel like this game is too easy, it means that your programming skill is already an advantage. So this game is good for upgrading skill. And for the project advantage, this game have exciting and strategic gameplay. Sorry. So this game have a great gameplay experience because it's combined the exciting gameplay and strategic gameplay. So your adrenaline and your brain will work together when you play this game. And for the next is dynamic enemy system for replayability. Because of the various troops or various enemy, this game is capable for replayability. So you can play this game not only one time, but you can play it many times. So if you dislike a comfort game, if you feel bored for one game, you can try this game. And the next is smooth control and responsive shooting. And for the 8th grade project, first is my intelligent planner. The feature is auto monitor and control. This project can monitor and control the plan that we can control a plan that use this project. So we can control the humidity and the how to say suhu, and we can control the watering system. And next is smart watering and lighting, as I said before. And the third feature is real time updates. So you always get real time updates every time. And why did I choose this project? Because this makes plan care easier. Use IoT for real solution. And this one is a good project to start. And the project advantage is fully automatic, time saving, and sustainable and smart system. And next is smart city. The key feature is this tool have gas, temp, and light monitoring. So you can monitor your house from far away. And next is IoT automation. And the third is adaptive lighting. And why did I choose this project? It's because it explores smart city tech, so I can learn more about robotic. It improves safety and the efficiency and real world IoT use. And project advantage is safer and energy saving, eco-aware system, and smart urban solution. Next for UI UX design, this is my best design so far. Its key feature is clean and minimal interface, daily zikir, and prayer reminder, the dark or light theme for user comfort. And why I choose this project to help user stay consistent in worship, to combine design with spiritual value, to improve my UI UX design skill. And project advantage is, yeah, you can read by yourself. Next is, this is my latest project for Codular. This is calculator. It have advanced operator mechanism, so you can count anything in this app. And it has shape calculator, so you can count shape. Yeah, you can count any shape. And next is simple UI. And why did I choose this project? It's because this is my best calculator. This is my best Codular project so far. Great result for me, and I spent big effort for this project. And for the project advantage, this project have more advanced operator mechanic. And next is more option on shape calculator and accurate counting result. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, now we will do the short interview about SMP IDN. Okay, for the first questions, please tell about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Muhammad Ihsan Amirullah, and and everyone usually call me Ihsan. And now I'm 14 years old, and I was named grad in Identity.
How was your IT skill before coming to IDN?
Honestly, my IT skill before coming to IDN isn't quite bad because I still a bit understand about programming logic or design basic, but before coming at IDN, my IT skill is uh, cannot call good.
What is the progress of your ability during learning at IDN?
My progress ability, I think the progress is quite fast because while in seventh grade, I don't understand about what is Scratch, what is coding, what is designing. But at ninth grade, I've already understand about basic programming, and I have advanced skill at design, and for and I can join the internal school eh, the the school council as the division leader. I think that's my biggest achievement after entering the IDN.
Okay. Do you ever become a trainer, and then where is it?
Yeah, I've become a trainer at abroad. Some of country I've ever visited to be trained at is Thailand, Philippines, and Egypt. The first one is Thailand. At there, I do that at a grade, and the second is Philippines. I do that at a grade 2, and the third is at Egypt, which it was uh, did when I was at 9th grade.
Okay. What is the most interesting experience during learning at IDN?
I think my most interesting experience is when I teaching abroad, because I've never found any school that have a teaching program and it was going to abroad. That's why I think teaching abroad is my most interesting activity. And when I teaching, when I do IDN teaching, I found so many type of people at abroad, which I can find at Indonesia.
What kind of game have you created?
I have some games that I've created, but I won't tell all. I just tell some of it. So first is catching fruit. It's my first ever project at IDN, which I make a game with a platform called Scratch, and the mechanic of the game is we will control a ball and get a fruit to achieve a score. And when we have achieved a score that we put at the code, where the game will broadcast us to win the game. And there is the obstacle too. There is other object except the fruit, like ladybug or stone. And if the ball touching that, the score will decrease. And if the score hits 0, we will be lose. And the next game is the Defender. Defender is a tank game that I make using Scratch too, and it uses the mechanics of horde of enemy, and we must defend our line from that enemy.
Okay. For the last question, what is your opinion about IDN?
My opinion about IDN is a place to make yourself is different from others, because other schools doesn't have program like IDN, and IDN is a place to build connections with a big group of people. Yeah. Maybe only that from me.
Okay, thank you so much for your attention here for the short interview. Let's close. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.